the Nintendo Switch 2 is on its way, with pre-orders rolling out and announcements for the return of games like Mario Kart with Mario Kart Worlds and a brand new 3D Donkey Kong game, which blew my mind. I know I've got my pre-order in. I've also got a pre-order for a new GameCube controller because I missed out on that for the Switch. But I'm very excited, and today I just want to look at some Nintendo franchises, series, games that I would like to see return on the Switch 2 that really capitalize on what's new with the product. There isn't many things that are new with the product, let's be honest, but these games might kind of skew onto the side of capitalizing on those. So first off, I want to just talk about one of the best, and that's Super Smash Bros. I'm greedy, I know, I want more Smash. I know Ultimate felt like that last hurrah for the series, but it's Smash. Like, there's nothing quite like waiting for the end of every Nintendo Direct just for a trailer for a new character. Getting a new Smash Bros game on each Nintendo console has been kind of an ongoing trend, and I don't want that to end, personally. Now, what would I like to see from a new installment? The obvious thing is new characters, obviously. I want them to just keep expanding the roster. I don't care how many characters are in it at this point. It's just part of the appeal of the game. It has one of the biggest rosters in any fighting game. So, yeah. But the one thing I really want more than anything else is a focus on single-player content. Yes, I'm one of those Subspace Emissary fanboys, I know, but I absolutely love the story content in Brawl, for example, and there's just a great opportunity to bring that back after a few entries that featured lackluster story modes, though I did enjoy the World of Light in Ultimate for what it was, so yeah. I see a Super Smash Bros. Return as relatively likely, although I can see major changes coming to the series if it does. In terms of capitalizing on the new features of the Switch 2, they might be able to add some things in there, but it's less utilizing that for me for this entry. I just want Smash, I'll be really honest. I just want it back. Now, let's just focus on one singular bro, and that is Luigi and Luigi's Mansion. It's been a little while since 3 came out, and 2 just received the HD remaster last year for the Switch. I can definitely see Luigi's Mansion making a return. I think there is potential for some new game mechanics, using the Switch 2's new mouse controls for the Joy-Cons, maybe as a way to suck up ghosts, for example. I would, however, overall would like the series to return to its darker side. I'm not saying it was really dark, but I feel like 3, while a great game, felt very light-hearted, whereas 1 had that almost Resident Evil 1 type atmosphere. I don't know if anyone else used to feel this way as a kid, maybe it's just the nostalgia, but it used to be really creepy when you were opening doors, going through. They used to do the zoomed-in camera like Resident Evil, you know, when you're opening the door. I want that feel back, and I don't think that's been around for a while for this series. So yeah, I'd simply just like the series to shift back to that, and I'm all for more of what we've seen in recent entries too. I just want more Luigi's Mansion. I can see it happening as well. They do kind of like the series, Nintendo. I'm sure there's only been 3 entries, but it's 2 more than most get, so you know. Now this one is where we get interesting. Fans of a certain spin-off series of a massive franchise may love this one, with the innovations being made with the mouse Joy-Con feature. Now is probably the best time to bring back the Pokemon Ranger games. Sure, it wouldn't be the exact same as the DS games, but I can definitely see the possibilities here. Maybe even an actual 3D Ranger game in a similar style of Pokemon Legends. I can see them doing that as a sequel to that. I'd be really interested. They don't really focus on Rangers that much anywhere in the Pokemon series, so I'd love to see it return. Now, is this likely to happen? When I was writing the script, at first I put probably not. I am staring at it right now, and it says probably not. But the more I think about it, Rangers was a popular series. It had multiple entries, and this Joy-Con feature with the mouse, it makes sense. Like, you could easily do that. Sure, it'd be very hard to play Dot, and I think that would probably not help its case, but I can see it happening. I did write down that I think the Ranger series is probably gone for good, but sitting here now, maybe I'm not too sure about that. At least I have a little bit of hope there. Now, when I was trying to think of series that could make a comeback and utilize the system a bit more, I struggled. I really did, because a lot of the series that Nintendo own or are a major part of probably will make a return, and a lot of them just will be another sequel. You know, Pikmin might make a return, it could utilize the system more. Metroid is making a return with Prime. I can just see a ton of franchises coming in and not really utilizing the system. I know I didn't really start with that, but I'm ending with that. And the final game I want to talk about is WarioWare. This one may just be the most likely of the bunch. Like the Mario Party games, WarioWare is all about minigames. They love to capitalize on the latest gimmick from each console. There were even 2 Nintendo Switch releases for the series, the most recent being, I believe, WarioWare Move It in 2023. I don't think I really need to mention the Joy-Cons again. You get the point. You understand why a new WarioWare game would make sense. The WarioWare titles usually utilize whatever the latest new mechanic, new feature is for a system, so I can definitely see this happening. I would, however, love for them to expand on the story content a little bit more for the franchise as a whole, to be honest. I don't know. There's a lot of opportunity to do more with it. I know they want to just push minigames, but make a proper Mario Party out of it with the WarioWare characters. They have a life of their own at this point. They have been established for like over 20 years, something like that, and yeah, you could easily make a title that was Wario's version of Mario Party. So yeah, I'd love to see WarioWare make a return, and I think it will happen. I don't think Nintendo will sit on their hands with this one. I'm not saying it'll be soon, but this is their like mini-game title that isn't Mario Party. There are a lot of entries into this series, and I don't see that stopping. So, are there any Nintendo franchises you want to see return on the Nintendo Switch 2? How do you think those titles will best utilize the Nintendo Switch 2's newest features? Let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're down there. Hope to see you on the next one, and yeah, I'm excited for the Nintendo Switch 2, and I hope you are too.